What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Mindset Monday. I am here with my co-host Dave Bergio. Dave, what's going on, brother?
Yo, Jonathan, my man, what's good with you, buddy?
Just had a great weekend. I'm a little tan. Had the kids out on the sandbar. Had the kids
Attaboy.
fishing.
Good stuff, man. Hope you caught some good stuff.
Uh, we did pretty well on the lake, and then what happened was my kids, may have forgot. We were going to use some of the bait we use in freshwater for the saltwater, right?
Uh-huh.
Basically, because I didn't have time to go out and get more stuff. And long story short, they decided to leave everything in the car baking while we were on the
Oh,
boat. Yeah, that
uh,
happened.
I hope it wasn't the truck.
It was not the truck.
That's good.
It was my wife's truck.
Ooh,
It didn't smell. It wasn't bad.
that's good. I
Could
was gonna
it
say,
could
what a surprise to come home to, right?
oh, it could have been so much worse. I could have had a lot of explaining to do. Um,
Oh man.
so a couple things, right? Like I'm coming from a place of I'm speaking to a lot of business owners on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Speaking to a lot of friends, and I feel like there's a theme, right? Some businesses are doing well, some are not. I do feel like everyone's fighting over everyone's discretionary income, which the stats kind of back that up when you're running a business. And I feel like a lot of people are in a operating out of a place of fear, out of a place of inaction, out of a place of paralysis by analysis, right? Everyone's analyzing everything and they're not moving. And the problem that I'm seeing is the inaction and people waiting because there's so much uncertainty going on. You have everything, you have the inflation, you have liquidity drying up, you have fighting for discretionary income, you have all the crazy political stuff and the geopolitical stuff. And it's really creating an atmosphere where people are kind of sitting and waiting. And what that causes is when you have a lot of people sitting on the sidelines, not moving, not making decisions, it's actually putting them in a much worse position. And here's why I say that. Okay. I say that because if people are waiting whether they should take a loan today or not, if people are waiting to see what actions they should take with their business, instead of actually moving forward and putting those things into place and securing that financing and doing whatever it is, they're putting themselves in jeopardy because it's always easier to have everything that you need from a cash standpoint, okay, than it is to not have it. And here's why. Let's say you wait a month or two or three. Well, guidelines can change, liquidity markets change, your standing, okay? Maybe it's your credit score, maybe it's your cash flow. All these things change, okay? And most of the times, if you're waiting and you have this paralysis analysis, you're waiting too long, okay? And by the time you do make those adjustments, those same options might not be there, okay? And it's creating a very, very tough environment to navigate through. Does that make sense, Dave?
Yeah, 100%, man. And a lot of people make that mistake all the time. We see that in credit all the time, to where people don't understand the time lapses. It's funny that you kind of alluded down that path, because I'm actually doing a seminar for a company this week on time and credit, and how the different pieces of time involved in that wait the cost of waiting, right? Like,
No.
30 days for a report to happen, 7 years for a mark, or this takes this long if you're going for the home process right now. If you get where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, and look, we've all been guilty of that at some point or time. But when you have that awareness to get out of it, it's one of the first things we spoke about this year. It's stay on offense, don't go on defense. And a lot of times when shit hits the fan, or when people lose track and focus of what they're doing, they get into that defensive mode, and then you get stuck. You don't
Yep.
know which direction to go into, and where you're going next, instead of just playing offense. Okay, well, now things are going on in the world. Let's double down on this offense. Everybody talks about defense wins championships. Business is not really that way.
Yeah.
You got to continue to put your foot on the gas, man. And that cost of waiting, that cost of inaction, it's going to cost you in the long run.
And sometimes, guys, think about it this way: that offense is defense. Okay, that offense when you're running a business is defense, because yeah, if there's going to be a tough 6 months, tough 12 months, tough 24 months, everyone's going through that, but you have to take the necessary actions to keep moving forward and to keep everything going and to keep growing to get through that 6, 12, 24 months. That's where we're at, guys. And here's the thing: the reason why it's so important to keep something or anything moving forward is because if you are stuck in neutral, okay, you're waiting to see what happens, you're having everything dictated to you, okay, versus when you're being proactive. Even if you're taking the wrong steps, maybe you take the wrong steps for a week or 2 or 3, but you find out they're the wrong steps sooner, and then you can pivot and adjust instead of you waiting and letting everything go by you. You may not have those options. Like I tell everyone all the time, the best time to work on business credit is when you open your business. If you haven't done that, the second best time to work on business credit is today. Same thing with your personal credit. If your credit isn't there, okay, it's not something you want to wait until you need to apply for financing. You should set that up, have strong credit, strong business credit, and then apply for financing. If you're always waiting until you need it, you're going to put yourself in a bad position. Same thing, SBA loans, okay? They take a little bit more to get done. So at the end of the day, if you are waiting, okay, it's going to blow past you. Same thing with getting a line of credit. The best time to get a line of credit is when you don't need it, okay, because you'll get better terms. Same thing with getting equipment financing. That shit should be planned out, all right? If you are an equipment-heavy business, you should be getting it, and you should think about what you need to grow and then try to line it up where you're getting new equipment every quarter or every 6 months so you keep building on that comparable debt. There are ways to build your business. There's ways to build your life. And if you're not taking the necessary action day to day, okay, and always moving forward, you're basically going in reverse. And it's very tough when you're in that analysis paralysis. So what I'm going to tell you is focus on what you can control. Keep taking those daily small steps forward because it could make the difference between you winning big and you losing. All right. There's something that needs your attention. You know this. Stop letting it wait. Stop putting it off. Handle it now. Okay. And then right, wrong, and different, make the necessary adjustments you need after you get the initial results of that first thing you tried to do. Okay. But stop waiting. Okay. Act on it now. Get these things fixed and set up today, because if you get it fixed and set up today, you're going to be in a better position tomorrow.
100%, man. That old Chinese proverb, man, the best time to plant a tree.
100%.
But
and it's also like the bamboo analogy. I'm not saying it to be corny. It's the truth.
That's realistic, though.
That's a fact. Yeah. I mean, think about bamboo. I think bamboo, it takes like 5 or 6 months or maybe even 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't grow at all for a very long time. And then all of a sudden, it'll shoot up 5 feet in a couple months, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? The same shit happens in your business and in your life. If you take consistent action, keep watering everything and keep attention on the details, you're going to, when everything starts to click, you'll have massive growth. But you need to put in those daily little repetitions, okay? Figuring out what's right, what's wrong, and staying with it long enough to feel it out and see if it's going to be viable.
Yeah. And exactly when you were talking about that mindset, look, guys, thoughts become feelings, those feelings become action. And that's the case with everything, the good and the bad. If you're going to think bad shit, well, bad shit's going to happen or nothing's going to happen, right? A really good book to read and kind of hone in on that is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Check that one out, guys. Compounding. Those are compounding things that can work for you, but also those thoughts and feelings of negativity that can work against you. So keep that in mind moving forward. Just move forward.
100%. Well, guys, that's all we got for you. Okay. We definitely want you to like this, share this with someone that needs to hear it. And we will catch you on Financial Fitness Friday. And hey, just remember, Integrated Entrepreneur will be dropping, I would probably say mid-July,
Looking
bare
forward.
minimum. All right. Bare minimum. All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on Financial Fitness Friday.
Be great, y'all.